Need you right now. I have a need, Lord, and I come to God and I feel empty. I feel like He's nowhere to be found. But I found something to be true. He's still present. The Bible talked about two boys going down the Emmaus Road, and they thought their hope was gone. They thought Christ was over and the Messiah, and their hope was gone down the drain. But all of a sudden, they came in contact with a man. They had no idea who he was. But afterwards, the Bible said, did not our heart burn within us when they began to see that Christ was walking with them all along? And you know something I found out is even though you might not feel Him there, He's still right by your side. There's been times and I'm blown away how God's provided for me. Katie and I have been praying over something for a surgery we needed to do, and we said, God, we don't have the money for this. And all of a sudden the people started handing me envelopes this morning, and she came to me afterward service. She said, AJ, she said, you don't know this, but I threw a fleece out. She said, if I don't get this certain amount of money, I knew God did not want me to do this. But we counted the money, and it was far exceeding above what she even prayed for. And I'm just saying, sometimes we feel like God's nowhere there, but if we just present our need to the Lord and we fall on our face and say, God, this is out of my hands, but let thy will be done. And I found God to be faithful every single time. Oh, did He not say, cast our cares upon Him, for He careth for you? That means to grab that need and throw it at His feet and say, God, that's all you do with whatever you want. Oh, but he said, David said, he's not only, he's a very present help in a time of trouble. He said that very moment you feel like giving up, that very moment you feel like you can't take another step, that very moment when you look at that empty seat and you just feel like God's forsaken it, that's when I found He's the closest to you. He's not only a present, not only a slightly present, but a very present help. Oh, but I'm glad He don't. I like what He said. He said He's present, but He didn't just say He's just going to stand by, but He's going to help you. Oh, this is what I like, church, and I'm going to get out of the way. He says, I will help you. In other words, He's not going to stand there and see you down in your misery and do nothing about it. Oh, you remember that good Samaritan, like the good shepherd, when the world cast that old boy aside, that good Samaritan seen the boy broken and seen the boy hurting, and the Bible said he went to where he was at. He mended his wounds and he poured oil and he put them on his own beast and took him to an inn and paid the cost in full. That is my God. Can I say I found God to be faithful? I found when people kick me aside, there's still a good Samaritan beside me. He's present in every need, but He not only just stands there, but He does something about it. He's a present help in a time of trouble. Oh, I'm done. And she comes. Well, I couldn't add none to that, preacher man. Oh, He's a very present help in a time of trouble. Boy, I thank you, preacher man. You know, we needed that. We needed that. We needed that. You know, we're going into the end of the year. Well, we are in some trouble. And we do need that help. Not yesterday, not a month ago, but we need Him tonight. I don't know why God's given us this much time, but I think I do know why. Is we have people in need. And we need God to help us in this need tonight. So I'm going to ask as we stand around, I feel like we could just surround this altar after a message like Brother Andrew given us tonight. I know many of you have needs. I see it. I try not to say much. I try to pray for you, but I see when you come in the doors and there's something bothering you. There's a weight you're carrying. There's a burden you're trying to beg God for. You know He's faithful, but you still can't help but just get a little down. You know what you need to do? You need to come. And you find God to be faithful to you tonight. Come on, do you have a need? Do you have a need tonight? Come on. Come on, we could gather this altar. Come on, don't We have one more service, midweek service.